I almost said good morning, even though it's like 2:51 in the afternoon here on Monday, October the 23rd. For this month's Loot Crate. I'm not going to do it like a month behind. Because last month, if you didn't see that one, I was actually on vacation, on the vacay day, when last month's Loot Crate came in. So then I got home, and I was lazy, and like, didn't make a video for a while, and then it's kind of like, oh, well, I, I kind of kept forgetting they were sitting there. So, like, I just did the big Loot Crate Loot Tea. Was it a Loot Stravaganza, I think I called it? I don't know. Something like that. But I got the Loot Crate itself in today. It wasn't scheduled coming in until tomorrow. And I just checked the shirt, and apparently the shirt is still not coming in until tomorrow. Because the last thing it says is Friday. It gives me an update on Friday. Like I said, this was scheduled to come in on the 24th anyway. It still says in transit on Friday in Kismet, Kansas. So it's apparently not Kismet. That's a saying, right? I think. I believe this. I scrolled far enough down because I don't know. I never know the theme. But I think I scrolled far enough down the Facebook page because they're already talking about next month's crate, which I will let you know at the end of this. There's something I'm fairly excited about. But this month's theme is mythical, I believe, if I saw correctly. And I think there's like a Stranger Things thing in here, some way, shape, or form. So we're going to find out now. I don't know what's going on. Well, that looks fancy. Whatever that is. Stranger Things thing. Yes, ref. You can have the box for the moment. First, we always get a shirt. We know we get a shirt. That's not a surprise anymore. So I'm going to show you what it is. I'm trying to figure out exactly why they did this to me. Lootwear exclusive. Do you mean Loot Crate exclusive? Or did my Lootwear... No. It's coming separately. That's weird, it says Lootwear. I don't know, maybe it's because of the cold or something. Like, you may remember the shirt that I got last month felt kind of small for some reason. It's still large, so... I don't know, maybe they're doing fitted t-shirts? But it's a, I think I can maybe see through. It's a, Ghostbusters, of course. And I was trying to figure out, I guess that's kind of like a fairly 80s, or maybe 90s design, because that kind of reminds me of, like, if Ghostbusters and Saved by the Bell had a baby, like, that might be what you'd see in this. All the swoopy, like, I remember there was a mall we went to somewhere on one of our vacations, and I called it 90s decadence because it was like they had they had like the mirrored ceiling, and they had like the what do you call it, the like lighting, the pink and yellow or pink and blue swoopy like what they make bar signs out of. Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna get a cat hair or something. Take it back. Take it back. Or you have to take it back. So yeah, it's like the 90s mall, all these different colors of everything. So that's kind of what this reminds me of right here. Is that. So that's neat. You're neat. Boop. Ref is down here. I've been asleep in the chair all day, so they've been hanging around here fairly closely. And now we have... Oh, this is another... I remember that now. Because they were showing it on the Facebook page. You could get a variant version at Comic-Con, I think. Maybe. But this is another one of these collector series. It's a Marvel Thor versus Loki thing. So that's pretty much what it looks like. Somebody, because last month was something to do with robots or something, and I can't remember who it was. Sorry, at the time, because I said this one that we got in last month. I was like, oh, well, what does this have to do with robots? And then they reminded me that Bishop was an android. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, he was. So, okay, it makes sense now. It does. But these are... I'm going to have to cut it open, slice it open, something. These are kind of a little buildy sort of thing, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'll never get it done. I keep saying, oh, I'm going to do this someday. I'm going to do this someday. And if that day ever comes, I'm going to be one busy motherfucker because I'm going to do, like, everything on one day. But, we've got a little stand here, which is kind of cool. And, oops, don't get stuck. We've got, oh, all these little pieces. Like, there's our half of our Thor, a headless Thor. There's Thor's head. And then there's Loki's head. And Loki's upside down body. So you put all those together. I mean, you know, it looks like it's fairly simple. Clickety click, 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 and you'd have yourself a little figure. I'll set this over here with the other one in case someday... there it is again. There's that word. In case someday... I do actually get my shit together and put together, or get a... Yes, Alex, if you're watching this video, get another shelf, because the pop shelf was not the shelf that I was actually talking about. I was talking about getting a shelf to put, like, all of these... See, this is a blast from the past. I still have this over here. It was the... I can't even remember which loot crate this came in, but it was one of the blind box... Game of Thrones. Jesus Christ. Game of Thrones. Things. So I've got all these little figures over here. I don't know. Somewhere there's a thing, somewhere there's another thing. But, so someday if I do actually get a shelf to display all these things on, that was my intention, but has not happened yet. Okay. Let's see what else is under here, because I already know what that is. Oh, there's our Loot Crate pin. Is that McDonald's? Oh! I did not know we were getting that. What is that? What is that? This is our loot pin for the month. It's fairly evil looking. Is he, like, splitting out of... I assume that was, like, his collar. Like, this over here was his collar. At first I thought maybe he was coming out of another face or something. But I don't know. That doesn't look, like, familiar to me. I don't know if it's just supposed to be creepy because it's Halloween or what. And then, yes, Mythical. Mythical is your theme for the month. You can see we've got all these trees. It's so mythical. Because trees are mythical, I guess. I do not know what that is. So we're going to put that aside for a moment, because that's my last thing. This is the thing, I did see this on the Facebook page, because, like I said, I think they had a variant you could buy at Comic-Con, but this is our Stranger Things item. It's Loot Crate Super Emo Friends, and then it is Stranger Things, and it's 11 with the Demogorgon coming at her, like that. Jay Salvador has been pulling on heartstrings with his Super Emo Friends line of art since 2009. Loot Crate has partnered with Salvador to create exclusive figural renditions of his drawings and paintings. For the very first Super Emo scenes, this is the very first one, in this emotionally intense moment from Stranger Things, I guess I should say spoilers, in case you haven't seen it, Yes, I'm not going to read the rest of that. You just know that, just in case. Um, well, I guess. Well, you don't know. I don't know. I just, I just, I'm not going to say the rest of it. Um, adult collectible, not a toy. So I don't. Do you have to put this together, or does it just come? We're gonna open it up here, and we're gonna see what it looks like. So yeah, I remember getting super emo friend things before, and this is probably a smart thing for them to do because now I feel Funko has gotten very because they have their own boxes. They don't need you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, because I haven't gotten an exclusive pop in anything yet. I may have seen something for next month. But, like, Funko has their own boxes now, so I don't feel like they're working with the other companies as much to, like, they're like, oh, well, now we're popular and everyone knows who we are. Like, we don't need you to promote us anymore. We don't, because that's how I got started on Pops, actually, is they were in my loot crates, and now they have, like, the Marvel box and the Smuggler's Bounty box, and they have a whole bunch of other stuff that they do themselves. So I think there'd be, like, oh, if you want an exclusive Funko Pop, buy our shit. Buy our shit. Not anyone else's shit. Buy our shit. So if they're going to start doing this with this guy, because I've seen this super emo art before. I think this is a good move because now they're kind of like, well, we have our exclusive thing that you have to come to us for, since the Funko Pops are not as, you know, um, readily available, I guess. I may have seen something for next month. Oh, she has little dots on her. But this is the big old Demogorgon. And then there's 11 being super emo, because that's what the art does. So it's kind of, you have to put it together yourself. But, so someday, when I when I get the shelf set up, when I get all of that shit out of my way and actually have room to put a fucking shelf somewhere. Oh, God. Where do I start? Where do I start? I don't know. Okay, now there's the last item in the box, and I'll show you why I was so excited. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I did not know we were getting a Buffy the Vampire Slayer item in here. And that is perfection. It's a Mr. Pointy bookmark. I love it. And it's even made of wood. It's even made of wood. Is it a witch? I don't know. Does it weigh the same as a duck? Gotta find out. That's the whole point. But yes, here is our Mr. Pointy bookmark, which I did not know that we were getting a Buffy item in this somehow, because I think that's something I would have remembered. And of course with me, just like with, oops, I put it in backwards. As I tend to do. I'm so good at this. Watch me go. I don't even know what I'm saying now. I did see on the website for next month, the Loot Crate DX crate is getting a Buffy item, but that's like $50. I don't know. I've never gotten a DX crate. Is it a wrapper? I don't know. Does it come with Crystal? I don't know. I've never gotten the DX crate. I guess it's not a DMX crate, so maybe I should just shut my mouth because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's probably a good idea. Never say anything ever again, you dumbass. But it's like $57.99. I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Because it has a Buffy item in it, and that makes me want to get it. but I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna have to. I think it has fancier stuff in it. I don't know. It's one of those ways that Loot Crate is branching out. Hopefully not very far, because there's some people that have said with the fall of Nerd Block that Loot Crate is kind of starting to spread itself too thin, and they might suffer the same fate. But I don't know. Hopefully not. But yeah. So I got a special Buffy item myself. Yay! I did not know that. Oh, that was in there. But next month's thing is Unite 2.0. And there's going to be a Power Ranger item in there. I don't know what kind of Power Ranger item, but I saw that listed in the list of all lists. I think it looks like you can make this month's box into a hammer. It's got this dangly bits right here. It's got dangly bits. Yeah, they show it turning into a hammer. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's look in our Mythical book. If you don't care, I'll see you next month. Maybe. Who you gonna call? Go Butters! You already saw what it looked like. But there, well, I guess you can kind of see. You already kind of saw what that looked like too. That was some weird, like, like it was like, I don't know. There was some porn music in there, I'm fairly sure. Fairly sure. This month's pin, art by Gabriel Silveira. Sorry if I slaughtered your name there. If you should encounter Dracula, one of the most famous creatures of the night, this pin may get you a pass on the whole draining your life force thing. Go to lootcrate.com/pins to redeem this month's DLC from Marvel's Puzzle Quest. See next page. Thor brings the thunder! Here's the bunch of people. From there, it's like showing off, like, people sent in pictures of their stuff from last month. And just if you're curious, if you win the Mega Crate, every month we give away a special assortment of glorious items known as the Mega Crate to lucky looters, like March's Mega Crate assortment. March? Oh, this is what last month. You got, let's see, what is it? Wolverine Blu-ray set, Overwatch PS4 Collector's Edition, Sony PlayStation 4, Jurassic World Lego set, Predatory Legendary Encounters, and Wolverine Brown Costume Premium Format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. So that's all the stuff. If you got last month's Mega Crate, that you would get. I assume, because like I've never, gotten it, obviously. I assume you get this on top of your regular crate. So, what up, boo? I know, I've got shit all over. I've got stuff. He was laying down here, and now he's like, where is my bed? Oh, your bed is my lap. I see. So, that is this month's Loot Crate. Mystical Loot Crate. Mr. Luther? Referee has decided that it's time to sit in my lap. But yeah, that's this month's Loot Crate. And like I said, next month is whatever the fuck I said. Unite 2.0. And it's going to have a Power Ranger item. So that's kind of exciting to me personally. Little Eartha kit for you, Batman. We'll put an extra R in Batman's name. For the fuck of it. Don't give a shit. What up? What up, boo? So other than that, I think the loot apparently, referee did not appreciate my sass. Apologies. You a bitch. I didn't apologize for that one, you'll notice. Yeah, the loot T should be in tomorrow, if my tracking numbers are telling me truthfully. And I'm being super lazy. I did buy the 2 new Mountain Dews, but I didn't do taste test videos because I'm being super lazy. I still have a whole bunch of old videos to put together, which I should probably do. When? I think you know when. Someday. But other than that, I don't know if I'm like, I see the mystery, or I see the mystery Oreos. I've seen it. Cookie butter Oreos. I don't know what cookie butter is. I don't know. I almost bought those just because I wanted to know what cookie butter was. I don't know. I'm just being super lazy. But coming up in a month, we will be having, I know Halloween isn't over yet. It's still October. I shouldn't be talking about these things. But, you know, of course, the Advent event is ready to go. I have bought this year's Advent calendar, and it's a little something different. A little something different. That's exciting. I terrified her. It's Halloween. Get over it. So, yeah, Advent event is coming up in a month. And so, then you'll have to put up with me every day. Or a day. It's going to be terrible. I apologize. But other than that, I might put together, you know, I'm not going to promise anything. I might put together some of that old stuff that I still have. I think I have a video on here. I probably mentioned this. I call it my longest video ever or whatever. It's like a fucking hour and a half long. What the fuck did I do for a goddamn hour and a half? I don't know. It's bad enough when I just sit here and ramble for 20 fucking minutes, but I'm like, an hour and a half? I'm sure there's a lot of editing to do in that one. I'm hoping. For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. But anyway, so, maybe some old stuff. If there's no old stuff, I guess I'll see you for next month's Loot Crate. And then after that, it'll be the Advent event starting on December 1st. So, that's any random taste test video I want to do if I'm not lazy. But I'm going to be lazy, I can tell you. I can tell you right now. Gen 3 is getting ready to come out in Pokemon Go. Like, I've got shit to do. Okay? But other than that, you know what the dealio is, so I'll either see you next month or sooner. And I'll see you for when I see you.